Jer. Hey, Paul. I cannot wait to talk about stuff with you. Here I am right across from you, and I can't wait to talk to you. I really hope other people listen too. As well, because if they don't, we just wasted time. Well, we are live on Facebook, paulie&jer podcast. We are actually creeping towards 50 episodes, which is
I can't believe that.
Which is unbelievable when you think about it. But we're not there yet. I think
50 hours.
I know, it's unbelievable. You know,
Wow.
50 hours of our ugly mugs.
Yeah, it ain't
Cheers.
getting better. I need a haircut. I need a
I got a haircut.
I need a job. It's just
I got a haircut. Look at that. Oh wow.
Yeah, mine's not. I can't even turn sideways anymore. it's at that point again where it's just a big fluff, and then it kind of like you get the weird stuff at the back of your neck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got it all going on right now.
It was so satisfying to get my hair cut. Like, I honestly, it's so funny. Like, you would have never, you take that for granted when you can go whenever you want. And it's the first time I went in like 3 months, maybe more, 4 months. And I walked out of there a new person. Like, honestly, like I'm, strutting down the street, like so happy, like because all the hair on the side of my head is trimmed. It's just like, man, makes you feel so good. It makes you feel. It makes. I was doing this.
Does that sound more?
It's gonna be the end of us, this soundboard. But anyway.
Well, welcome to my world. Nice.
Yeah.
When I worked at the car dealership, I had a soundboard on my phone.
Really?
Just play it at random. God. That's how bored I was. Sorry, not bored. Anyways, so I got something interesting that happened, which was I wouldn't call it. I'll just get into it. There's no other way to
sure. Yeah,
to go into it. But so there's this food truck close to my house, and it's the Jukebox Diner. It's called, and it's like an '80s themed, music food truck. You just burgers, hot dogs, that type of stuff. Nothing crazy, but it's like that's it. And they got like a cool concept. And they got a whole little patio out there, basically you could sit on if you wanted to. I always pass it, but I never go because there's always a huge lineup. So the other day I go, screw it, I'm gonna try this place out because there wasn't anybody there for a change, right? So I'm like, now's my chance. So I drive, I go and I park, and I go up to see the menu, and the girl's like, need any help with anything? I'm like, oh no, I'm just having a look or whatever. I'm just like, I'm just gonna get whatever, the Buddy Holly burger, and so like they're all like different artist names for all this stuff, right? So I order it, and I'm like, you probably don't take debit? No. I'm like, is it okay if I order and I'll just go grab cash because I didn't have it on me? Yeah, no problem. Perfect. So I go to grab cash. It'll be about 15 minutes or something. So I drive to the bank. I go get the money. I come back, and it's pretty freaking hot. So I'm like sitting on this bench, waiting for the food to be up, and there's nobody there. It was just me, and there was like this younger couple or something to the side. So it's taken a long time, and it took me a little bit to go get the money too. So I'm like, oh, what the hell's going on here? Of course, it's going to take long, It's like always. I'm sitting there, and I see this guy walking up behind me, and he looks familiar. I'm like, who is this guy? Like, and then I remembered he walks up and down Clifton Hill. He's always yelling stuff at random. Like, he's a bit of an oddball. Okay. and then it hits me who he is. I'm like, oh no, it's this guy. And he just says random stuff. And he kind of like, I guess he's a bum, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, he's always on the, like, playing music and stuff. And he's got always like a quarter in the case. Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't think he's doing too well, right? So he's got the face mask on, and it's skull and crossbones, of course.
Right.
So I'm sitting there, I'm like, and I don't want to notice him because if he notices me, like, he's just gonna start talking. That's who he is. Like, it doesn't matter if he knows you or not. He's like the most ridiculous conversation, you're gonna be part of it. So I'm like, I'm just not in the mood. I'm waiting for the food. I'm sweating to death. Like, And he comes up and he's like, he's just singing some song. He has his headphones on. He's got like those really, the ones you flip over your ear. So he's like, like singing whatever song. He was butchering it, whatever the hell it was. And he comes up and he goes, "Oh, wow, never seen this before." And he like takes off his headphones. He's like, "You believe this?" He's looking at me. I'm like, "God, yeah, I believe it." And he goes, he's like, Beatles, you know, I've been playing the Beatles music for 30 years. I know every song. I even know Ringo's birthday. Do you know? I'm like, no, not really.
No, yeah, no.
Well, you know, it was just his birthday, and so that's good. I know that. And you know that song? What was that one song? I love to play it. He just starts talking, and he's just going on, having a conversation with himself. And then he sits beside me. Now he's sitting like right, like almost on my lap. So the whole distancing thing doesn't matter.
Yeah, right out the window.
So, and there's no one there. I can't stress that enough. It's me waiting for the food and this guy now sitting on my lap. And he puts on his headphones and he starts going, oh, what song was it? He's like, "Yesterday I was a little time away." Like off key, terrible. And he's singing it like in my ear. And I'm like, this is like ridiculous. And then he goes, "What do you think of that?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "It's not that great."
Yeah.
What I said.
Oh.
Asshole. He's like, "Well," he's like, "the people on the hill thought it was great. You know, I made $15 the other day and change."
Very good.
Things are going well for you. And then this is where it takes a twist because it's not annoying and weird enough. He goes, "Yeah, I was playing the other day and kids were all dancing around. Everyone was loving it, right? It was such a good time." And then this guy comes up and he has a flower. He has some flowers and he gets the flowers and he puts it down in front of my case. I'm like, "Oh, thank you," you know. And he goes, "You pedophile."
What?
Exactly. So I'm
what?
like, I don't know what this.
Yeah, like what do you say?
And he goes, "Can you believe that?" I don't know. He's a pedophile. I couldn't believe it. Give me a break. Do I look like a pedophile? Huh. And now it's just silence.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
"Oh my God, can this food hurry the fuck up? I just want to pay and get the hell out of here." So he's talking, mumbling himself, and I go up to the card or whatever. I'm like, "Sorry." Oh yeah, and they give you cards, by the way. So it's like, say you order food, it's like, "Here you go," and they'll give you a card. It'll say Elvis. So when your food's up, Elvis, like, so you get to be, it's some fun little gimmicky thing. So you know your order's up and it can be called Elvis or whatever. So I was, I forget who I was. Let's just say I was Ringo Starr, just to be the get to the
Ringo
point.
Starr,
Right?
yeah.
So I'm like, "Sorry, my food, like I ordered a long time ago, and then I went to go money, and then I came back, and I'm just wondering, like, just to make sure, like, it wasn't lost or something." And she's like, she goes, "What did you order?" I'm like, just the burger and the fries or whatever." She's like, "Huh?" And she like turns to like the cook. There's only me, okay? There's no other order. She goes, "Are you making anything?" And he goes, "What do you mean?" She's like, "The food for this gentleman." And she looks down and she's got like her pad of paper like this. She's like, "Oh, it's right here. Can I get this burger?" And then they didn't even start making my order. I'm like, "Oh," and she's like,
dude.
"Oh, no big deal." So I go sit down and this guy's going, he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So still. And then he walks up and he goes, "Man, how much do you think they charge for a Coke? Because I'm thirsty." I'm like, "I don't know, man." Like, he's like, "Oh, well, I don't got the cash on me, right?" I'm like, "I thought you made $15 the other day and change." Like, just like, I just turned it, right?
Yeah,
So he goes up and he goes, "You guys need a performer?" And starts talking to the truck girl. She's like, "Oh, no, we don't." He's like, "I see you got the Beatles. You know, I know all the Beatles song. You know, here, what do you think of this?" Puts on his headphones. I just start singing to her. Like, this is fucked.
yeah,
I was
what
there
the
for like
hell?
25 minutes. So anyways, he finally just like kind of vanished into the distance, which was really weird. And I'm still sitting there alone. And then finally, you know, Ringo Starr. And then she like charged me half price, which was nice. So it was like almost $20. It was now 10. So for the screw up. So that wasn't bad. And it was really good. But it was just like, well, it was just so awkward. This guy like the whole pedophile comment and then the singing in my ear, and it's like, and then he wouldn't take off his mask because
Right.
He said he'd get an $800 fine if he took off his mask.
Oh my God.
Like, it's just the most random I'm like, what is going on here? So anyways, I leave, and that was that day. You know, nothing else really exciting happened. That was the most excitement of it. The other day, this is really short, and there's nothing I could do, but I just kept driving and laughing. But there's a fucking I'm passing Lundy's Lane, and there's this old guy, and he's on a bike, and he just got a pizza from Pizza Pizza, and he's got the box. I'm driving down the lane, okay? And he's got the box, and he's just awkwardly, like, you know, people that just pretend they can hold everything on the bike, but they can barely ride the bike in the first place. So he's like bouncing. He's got like the biggest pizza they have at Pizza Pizza, I guess. The biggest box. He's like covering like this. Doesn't he fucking eat shit?
Oh no.
He lost the pizza. He fell down. His bike to the side, and he just kind of laid in the box, like it smashed and it opened up, and he was like kind of like his arm was kind of like in the pizza in the box, like laying on the sidewalk. And I was driving. I almost got in an accident because
you're watching
the funniest thing I've ever seen. And I think at the time I had some really stupid, well, I always do, but some stupid song playing in my car that was just perfectly in sync with it. And I'm like, what? This fucking, that was it. I don't know. So this poor guy had probably finally been out. He's been in the house the whole pandemic, get this pizza.
Man,
his bike ride ruined.
I feel like I mean, I've never ridden a bike and then fallen into a pizza, but but I mean, I've definitely taken some serious risks when I was a kid, like holding things or like wrapping things around the one side of your handlebars, like, you know, if you go to the store and you have like a plastic bag, you know, you hang it on the side and then you're driving, but then maybe it's a little too heavy. So like you're always trying to adjust. And I've definitely fallen once or twice, and you know, paid for it for sure. But that's fucking to try to carry a pizza. I mean, that's just silliness.
And he was still pretty close to Pizza. Like he just got it. You know what I mean? Like there it is. He's been waiting for it. And there was quite a few people in there, so he's like waiting in line, just all the effort to probably get this pizza. And he goes in there and orders the big one, so they don't just have that ready. So then they had to make it. So he's been waiting for like 20 minutes for this fucking thing. Finally gets it, gets on his bike, struggles to get it going, and
then as he's going and then as he's falling down,
I'm in danger.
It would just. The more awful something is, the funnier it seems to be. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
that's just my
dude,
humor, I guess.
It is, man. You're not alone because it's like one of the number one. I don't know. One of the number one things to laugh at is when laughing at someone else's misfortune is hilarious. I mean, it's like the number one thing. You slip it like cartoons. You know, you slip on a bandana or you fall into the bottom. You fall into the bottomless pit, or just stupid stuff that you know you love to laugh at. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
But that's
the excitement,
man.
That's what's happening.
Man, the Clifton Hill like has some. I mean, I worked there. You worked there. You run into some pretty interesting characters down there, especially in the summer when you work, until like the early mornings, or the late nights, I can tell you, do you remember the guy that wore, like, he always had cowboy boots on, and he handed out like when Mardi Gras was the thing, and he would hand out like beads to girls and stuff as they walk down the street. Do you remember that guy? Do you remember that guy?
I don't think so.
So he was this really scrubby looking dude. I mean, listen, like, I'm not, I don't want to totally, trash the guy, but like he always had these weird looking clothes on. Like he always looked like a biker, but there's never a motorcycle in sight. He had the
So you don't know his name.
I don't know his name. He was always down there on the weekends, man. Like I'm telling you, always. And every time he would show up at night and he would say hello to everybody. He had like long hair. He was pretty old. Like I'm not saying he was young. He was like an old guy, like 60s for sure. And I always remember him because he would give beads to girls and dudes sometimes when they used to work at when he used to work at Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
And but I always remember him for his fucking teeth. Dude.
Were they exquisite?
They weren't teeth. Okay? Let's just put it that way. They were not teeth. They may have been in the area where teeth used to be, but they were not teeth. They were brown and oh God, dude, I don't even want to say it. It's going to make me feel sick, but like oh God, it's just terrible. It's terrible. I don't even want to, oh Jesus. And so I didn't want to get close to this guy. I didn't want to get close to him. And there were times when, when you're working, when I'm working at that Ripley's Moving Theater place, people walk by that place all the time, whatever. And like the cashier area is on the outside of the theater, And so this guy would always pass and he would always come right up to the booth and start talking to you about God knows what. I don't even care what he talks about because I'm just like, just get out of here. You stink and your teeth are brown. Just leave,
Get off the rides.
Yeah, but it was.
I think I do know who it is. But would he like just randomly run around give out beads, or like were girls doing the things that usually are required?
No. The girls never did that kind of stuff.
Okay. No, I was gonna say that'd be kind of.
He legitimately worked at I think he legitimately worked at Mardi Gras though. Like I think honestly, he's trying to get people to come into the club. Well, I could probably think of a dozen people that could probably do the job better than he could, but that's just me.
I was gonna say it wasn't that busy usually, so I think we found why that was.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Come get your beads.
Come get your beads. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a weird area down there. I don't think I have like anxiety and stuff like that, but I kind of start feeling weird when I get around the hill now, just because I worked down there for so long. It's like all I can think about is like, imagine doing this again.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, man.
I know Kelsey's too. Like that patio now, like it was humongous. Then they extended it again, and now they've extended it again. Like it's literally the entire top of the hill. More patio
than restaurant.
Yeah. It's insane. It's just insane.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about food. I know it's a very popular topic.
You all like food?
Food? You guys
Perfect.
like food?
Perfect.
So sorry, I'm just like going through the soundboard things and I'm like, oh my God, a lot of these are really bad. But anyway, so I'm trying my best to like, I like to kind of broaden my horizons when it comes to making different kinds of food. I'm not a very picky eater. I like to try different things, even if I try it and then it's disgusting and then I won't try it again. So for today's menu, I really like Middle Eastern style food, like kebabs and shawarma and falafel. I don't know if you've had any of these things.
Yeah.
Stop me if you have. So I decided to try my hand at kebabs today, and I thought they were pretty good. I thought I did a pretty good job. I mean, I made them on the barbecue, so whatever. That's not really the traditional way. But I feel
the barbecue just makes everything great.
Makes everything great.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking about as I was doing this was like, man, I think like I like Middle Eastern food, but I think Italian food is my number one. Like
I thought you were gonna like. Is a piece of shit.
no,
Italian
no,
food.
no, 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 no. I
My
don't think I can
absolute
shit on
favorite.
any food. I don't know about you, but I just
Yeah.
can't. I
No.
just
Yeah.
can't. There's nothing that I can be like, I hate that. That's disgusting. There's nothing I can do there. Nothing. What about you? Because you said earlier that
That's a
you're
good
picky.
question. I'm picky, yeah, but it's like I don't eat salad really.
But that's you'd probably eat a pretty. That was my own soundboard.
Yeah.
You could.
I don't.
What if you like dressed up a salad? You know, like a little salmon or like a little, like something like chicken on it or something. You
There
wouldn't do that.
has to be stuff on it. Yes. If there's
And she said,
chicken or bacon or cheese and whatever, it's great. If it's just like lettuce and so, I don't know. I just don't understand how people get excited over a salad, but I don't know. I'm also I have terrible. I eat terribly, so I did not.
How funny is that movie, by the way? I'm gonna play this just
I did
because.
not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
And you can hear him dropping the water bottles. Shit. I came across that movie a long, long, long time ago, and I wasn't even I don't even know how I came across it by accident. It's like, what is this? Who is this guy? And then I just started watching him, like, this is terrible. And then all of a sudden the credits are rolling. I'm like, that was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And then I watched it again the following week. I love awful movies. I love them. I almost like them as better than good movies.
Mm.
The worse it is, I love it. Like Katie will not watch this shit with me. I'll put on something just terrible because I just know I love to watch terrible shit, but she can't stand. Oh, this is so stupid. I'm like, I know. That's why we're watching it. It's so good. It's a different type of flavor for some of these really poorly made movies.
Yeah. I want to talk to you about a movie actually that the only reason I watched it is because Katie posted it and then said that you found it creepy. Creep.
Okay, here's something with that movie. You could tell it was made with $5. You know what I mean? Like, there's no budget. There's no nothing. There's nothing.
It had that Paranormal Activity first one vibe to it, like the handheld camera shit.
So did you watch the first or the second, both?
Just the first one. Just the first one.
Okay. I'd recommend watching the second one. I think it's better than the first one. Because I think they get a little bit of backing of some money, and you could tell it's a little bit better production value wise. It's still, there's like two characters in it. It's not deviating from the first one. I don't know why I liked it a lot. It was just odd. It was just very odd. I wouldn't say it was creepy.
Yeah.
It was creepy, but it wasn't like creepy movies are. It just was unsettling in a way just because of I think the acting was really good. I thought that guy is really good who plays that dude. All the characteristics of being weird and I don't even know the traits, but he did it really well, I thought.
He did. I agree. I totally agree.
Like, why did you not like it, or like it's its own flavor, right?
I guess
hyped up too hard, probably from Katie, probably.
No. I guess if its job was to make you feel like the entire time make you feel really awkward, every single time there was an interaction between the antagonist and the protagonist, like the two guys, it fucking did that in spades. Every time they had a discussion, it was like it felt uncomfortable. It felt like
it was like
the guy wanted to leave, or there was another meaning behind what the guy was asking him to do. And then the entire time I'm wondering, okay, when's this guy gonna fucking take this guy into the back door and just, stick him one or fucking hang him?
Yeah.
Or maybe
Yeah.
stick in his butt. Who knows? But like, but
it was
anything, you know what I'm
it's
saying?
done in a weird. It was done in a different way that you thought
Ah.
like you knew where it was going, and then you didn't. And then something else happened. You're like,
Okay.
what?
I want to
What's
spoil
going
the
on?
movie so bad. I want to spoil it so bad.
Yeah.
I really do. Like, honestly, like at the end of the first one, I wasn't expecting that the guy to do that to him at all when he was sitting on the bench. There was no chance in hell. I was like, he's not doing that. He's not doing that. Not in this movie. No way. There's been no violence whatsoever. And then all of a sudden, bam! Just, and I don't know. Like, I think I was sitting next to Dane, and I'm like, I was sitting next to Dane. I don't think I was. And I'm like, there's no memory loss on that one.
Yeah.
But like, I was just like, oh shit! Like, what the hell? Like at the end, like I don't know, man. Like, I think it shocked me the most because there was no violence and nothing had happened. There was just really weird of him wearing that fucking peach fuzz mask, by the way.
Yeah.
Fucked up, but yeah, man, I don't know, crazy.
There was an underlining sense of dread the whole time.
Totally.
Even though what was being talked about and what was happening was very not exciting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, you were interested, and like, I don't know. I'm like props to the writers and everything of that movie, because it's like there wasn't a ton of skin on the bone really.
Yeah.
To work with there, and what they did manage to conjure up with that, I thought was just, that's what impressed me so much. I'm like,
yeah,
like this is how an independent film should be made, because the budget, you could tell, was nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was very, 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 very low.
But it was great. And then, like you said, when stuff, violence did happen, it was very realistic, but not over the top. But at the same time, you're just like it just made you feel really weird.
For sure.
And the second one, I'm telling you, amplifies it in a way that is actually quite interesting to the first one, because you're going to be like, oh, it's going to be rinse and repeat, another victim or something, and it doesn't go that way at all. And you're just like, what the fuck is even happening? And it's like 3 or 4 years after the first one, so he's got a bit older and stuff, but like, it is really good. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but
I'll have to try it.
I recommend giving it a try, because I don't know, I thought it was really well done. Out of nowhere too.
I really hope this soundboard selection defines what I thought at the end. Hold on, let's see.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
That wasn't it. That was not it at all.
Damn.
Hold on.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, maybe that one. Yeah, dude. I don't know. It's such a different experience for me. Like, out of all the movies that I've seen, that one was kind of had its own, I don't know, had me feeling at the end very uneasy. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's hard for movies these days, or music, or shows, or like anything, to really stand out and not just be kind of like this movie with their own little spin on it, or, you know what I mean? It's just like, this one kind of felt like something completely new, even though it's like, here's the, shaky camera, Blair Witch type of vibe. But I don't know. It was good. And just like the whole, like, them filming everything and him filming himself and like talking to it scared about what's happening, and just all those little subtle things in the back. Like him standing in the back like that. That shit was I don't know. Very unsettling.
It was.
That was great.
But,
I thought you were going to go down another path with that. To be honest, I thought you were going to be like, I watched this movie that you recommended, and what a piece of shit.
Well, if we're talking about movie recommendations, I'd like to, and actually Kyle and I had a bit of a spat about this when I saw him the other day.
Spat.
Well, I think we might have talked about this, but The Hunt.
Oh, we did talk about this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's nothing to write home about, though.
Right. And so
it was entertaining.
I basically said to him, like, I mean, you overhyped it, man. Like it was okay. Like there was a lot of gore, there was a lot of violence, which obviously,
It was great. Yeah.
is great and is
And
exciting.
the main actress was very good.
Yeah.
And had almost like an Uma Thurman type of vibe going on there too, which is why I liked it. Had a lot of Kill Bill type of feels about it.
Is this how you felt?
Nice. How did I know it from the one spit? No, it was a good movie, but it didn't blow me away or anything.
No. He oversold it. He just oversold it to me. That's all it was.
But I did like how things happened, like right off the bat to show you the stakes. Like a lot of movies kind of fight around with that. And here's a big actress that's in this movie, and like watch her try and escape these people. And so I like that it was just like dead.
Yeah.
Right away. You're like, oh shit, they ain't fucking around with this, which was cool because most movies don't hit the gas like that quickly, which was nice and shocking, which is what that movie was trying to do, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there was a lot about it that kind of I thought it wrapped up a little too quick. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was kinda, like the fight scenes stuff are cool, and like there was nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it was a 7 out of 10 for me. I think for that, like above average, but it wasn't best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I will say, I feel like if you were high or something, maybe.
Well, and I feel like that's what
that
Kyle
could
was,
be really intense stuff and really different type of vibe maybe with it, because it was like it'd be wild. I feel like that way, but I don't know. You could kind of see a lot of it coming, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you could.
It was a good movie. There's nothing. Yeah, I thought it'd be better as well, but I don't know. I like some weird freaking movies though too. So I mean, like
your movie tastes are
just like my music tastes. They're mostly it's just me who likes this, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have a cottage in Port Colborne on Lake Erie, and my wife's Dane's brother has purchased a boat a couple years ago, and sometimes he brings it to the bay because we're basically situated on Lake Erie, but in like this kind of bay called Silver Bay, and so anyway, so the one day he ended up deciding to bring the boat. I think it was a Sunday or something. And so we had to find out a place to actually launch the boat into the water. There isn't a launch really at our place. It's just a beach. I mean, we do have the keys to the gate to push the boat in the water, but it's just, I don't know. It's all sand, and like the truck could easily get caught in the sand. Like and that would be just an absolute fucking, it would just be a joke. But anyway, so we found a spot to launch the boat. And I guess here comes me complaining about something again, but
here comes something I fucking hate.
Here comes me complaining about something I hate, but like,
all I do is complain now. As I get older, man,
right?
I don't think it's going away. I think it's going to get much, much, much worse.
Oh, for sure.
That's what's happening. I'm aware.
Anyway, so we went to go launch this boat, and it's at a boat launch in Point Abano, which is in between Ridgeway and it's in Ridgeway, I think. Anyway, and we get there, and of course, because I think the COVID stuff is kind of loosening its grip upon society, everybody I feel has the desire to use their boats or go in the water at the same time. And so it made the boat launch extremely busy, Like, we waited in line with our truck and boat for probably like 15 minutes just to get the boat in the water. But the one thing that I guess kind of frustrates me, and I didn't think about this until I got there, was like, funny that the last podcast I talked about like a way to pump gas and do it appropriately. But I feel like there's a certain way where you if you're taking your boat out of the water, you take it out. Once it's on the trailer, you drive it clear of the launch, tie it down, fix it to the trailer, and then you fuck off, right? You don't take the boat out of the trailer, pull it out of the water, and then just sit there, tie the boat down to the trailer at that point, and then drive away. You just don't do that, you know? It literally slows down the entire operation. There are 4 other trucks with boats waiting.
Yeah.
You know? And there's this dick in the way. Like, I don't even know how else to say it. He is in the way. And like, the funny thing is that you're just oblivious to the fact that there's other people waiting to put the boat in the water, you know? Like, me and Dane's brother are sitting there like, is this guy for real? Like, does he really not see a line of people waiting to use the very same launch that he's locking? He doesn't see it.
Are you fucking?
Yeah. So, it's just, I was kind of like, but,
It's like, that's weird to sound.
Yeah. I was like, bruh, like,
bruh,
I was triggered. What does this triggered one say? Never mind. I'm not gonna do.
Oh my god. So
yeah.
obnoxiously
Hey,
loud.
there's a button that says "Hi, I'm Paul." Hold on, I'm gonna press it.
Hi, I'm Paul.
What the fuck?
Questions are.
Oh man. Anyway, all I'm saying is just like, I just don't understand some people. Like, how can you not notice or see people also trying to use the same launch as you? Like, it's just common courtesy to move out of the way and let other people go. Like, it's just, I have a really hard time with idiocy, I guess.
I swear to God, every time I go to the store, there's always a woman in front of me with scratch tickets. Buying tickets, scratching them, winning, Kenya, all this shit, and just get out of the fucking way.
Totally.
Do that shit at home or go to the side. I always run in there quickly to grab shit that I want to get quick and just be on my way. And it's always like I got fucking, cat litter, food, this, milk, and I'm like balanced it, no cart or anything. And because it's going to be quick. I throw it up, I pay, I put it in the car, I go home.
Yeah.
And there's always like, yeah, maybe I'll get that. Oh, not that ticket. Oh, not that ticket. No, not that ticket. I'll get the ticket beside it and the other one, and I'll get another one, and a lot of 649 and the Encore. You know what? I'll do. All the lotteries? I'll take all of them. Honestly, this woman spent like $200 something on tickets. Just kept going, and the woman's like, taking out the thing with all the tickets in it. Like, literally, she brought it out. When she put it back, there was about 3 left. Like, she bought everything. So I finally go up there. I'm like, well, hopefully she wins, I guess, right? Like, man, like, get the fuck out of the way. I hate people.
Boo, bitch. Yeah. No,
It's always when I have nothing to do, for fuck's sake.
Boy, if you don't get.
But like, yeah, man, I feel the same way. I think there's also there's also a special place for some people with the same thing with the lotto tickets. Who comes to a grocery store to get their lotto tickets looked at? Like, what? Like, I get that there's lotto, so it's convenient. Well, it isn't convenient for anyone else. So take your tickets, take your lottery, and go to a corner store. Or as you say, check it online because as you say, you can do that now. You can do that. So,
or people in Tim Hortons getting all the meal combos
Right.
Fucking go inside or something. Like, jeez. You can always tell too. I always check because the screen, when someone orders, it's like, here's what it is, here's the price, whatever, move on up to the thing. As soon as somebody moves, I always go really quick to see what the fuck they just ordered. Like, always get up there, it's just like you see like $30, like, fuck. Because sometimes I want to get food, right? But I'm like, I ain't waiting for more. Like, I'm just part of the problem now. So I'm like, you know what? Let's make it easy on them. Look, they got this $30 order.
Oh my
There's a
God.
guy behind me the other day in the drive-through. I think it was at, where was it? I don't know, McDonald's or something. And I think I got a chicken sandwich or something. Maybe they had to make it new or I don't know. It was not as quick as the rest usually is. So, now just be a second, and you can tell they're just making it. And there's a guy behind me, and he's just one of those fucking like, I think he was vaping, he had like a beanie on and everything. He's sitting there just he's like hanging out the window and he's just like, it's like, fucking hurry up, bro. I'm like, I can't do anything, man. Like, he's like, this is fuck, like by himself. It's not like raspberries or whatever the fuck.
Oh man. There's just fucking drive-throughs
and everything.
we used to I don't know, there's this, actually, you know what, I'm gonna share with you some drive-through secrets when you work at a drive-through. I don't know if you never worked fast food, right?
No.
So when we worked at Harvey's, you know how you walk into fast food places, not drive-through, but when you walk in and you see all the employees wearing a lot of them wearing those headsets.
Correct.
There's a button you can press where you can talk amongst each other and not, so there's a button where you can press and you go to, actually, no, the button that you press to go to the intercom to outside for drive-through is on the console thing. But if you press and hold a button on the headset, you can talk amongst each other. So I always used to grab, like, usually the cooks wouldn't have one, but when we're working late at night and say that there's like one order or something, I can wear the headset, and when someone comes up through drive-through, I can hear what they're ordering, so I know ahead of time, like, and I can already start working on it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the best time to have a headset on when you're a cook is when it's busy and there is a cashier at the front taking orders, and she also has a headset on, he or she, and like I'll press and hold the thing, and I'll say things to in the headset to like totally fuck with her, like, you know what I mean, like anything. I don't know, I can't even think of what I would say, but I might be like just whisper in her ear and just be like, make sure you have extra pickles on that hamburger. You know what I mean, like just anything just to like screw with her, right? Or even just like press and hold it down and just be like, like just like make fucking stupid noises.
Stop. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And then like, oh man, like, I would die. Sometimes I go in the back with the headset on and then make noises and stuff, and people would be like, who the fuck, like, where's this noise coming from? My headset's busted. But I'm in the fucking, fucking storage compartment making noises. Oh god!
I remember when I worked at the brewing company on Clifton Hill. There was an upstairs like rooftop patio, and it was just a pain in the ass to serve up there. God. But like direct sunlight and everything you did, you had to go up sets of stairs, bring all these flight boards of beers and shit and food from the bottom. It was just a pain in the ass on a hot day. You worked there for like 12 hours. It was just nuts, right?
Yeah.
So I remember I'm up there and they gave us these new things to speed up, productivity, and it'll make it easier for the hosts to know because they can't see on the rooftop patio if there's tables or not. So they gave us headsets. So I'm like, wait a minute, I got to wear a headset and then talk to customers, and then you guys are going to be like yelling in my ear if there's tables. Like, I'm like, this seems so stupid, but regardless, we gave it a shot. I used it for one shift, and then I just went down to the host. I like gave it to him, like, I'm never using this again. You guys can just look like this stupid. But it's like, be like, a table for 6. Is there a room up there? And I looked and be like, completely packed.
Mhm.
Like, not a, I'm like, no, like there's nothing up here. And then I'd be doing my shit and I'd be going down the stairs and she's like walking up the stairs with 6 guests. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh my God.
She's like, oh, I didn't hear you on the headset. I'm like, oh my God. And then
Well,
so
if you didn't
now
hear, then oh my God.
so people would balance like on these really dangerous stairs, and I'm like trying to get by them with flight boards of beer, and it's packed up there, and there's no sun. Well, there is sun, but there's nothing to block the sun from you. So I'm just like having a heat stroke on the fucking roof, like, it's awful. We got a table of 6. Is there a room? No, do not come up here at all. There's no room, not for hours. There'll probably be no tables. All right, get out the headset, go down the stairs.
See you in a minute.
Coming up with these. I'm like, I just took it. I'm like, you guys aren't listening. That's why I'm not using these anymore. So fuck that shit.
Yeah, like how could oh God, if she didn't hear you on the intercom, wouldn't you then maybe go, maybe you know what, I'm gonna go and check before I let other people in the restaurant before assuming that, like, you know what I mean?
3 sets of stairs.
Get the fuck up
get
there.
Up there.
Yeah.
No, that's what I mean. But now you bring the guest up there, and like someone could barely walk, and you get them up these stairs. It's like, oh, sorry, yeah, there is no room.
Yeah.
So just if you want to go all the way down the stairs and go stand outside again, like people are pissed off all the time. There was one time I thought it was funny, but it's only because I have a dark sense of humor. But there was glass all around the patio by the brewing company, and there was one day it wasn't too busy, but it was busy enough, I thought. But whatever, clean the tables, clean the glass, like all this different shit, right? I'm like, don't the cleaners do that? Anyways, so I want to wipe this glass.
Seriously.
I'd always make some comment. I would do the work every time, but I'd always make a comment. It was like, I got it. So I'm like wiping the glass, and there was literally an outline of a bird, like completely wings expanded against the glass, like it flew into the glass, right? And I started making a joke to my manager at the time, like, oh my God, like maybe we shouldn't be cleaning the glass. It's too clean, and these poor birds are killing themselves. They didn't even see the glass. Like it's got to be dirty, right? So I'm like trying to make a case for it. She's like, actually, Jeremy, it was the other day, like a bird did die. I'm like, oh, like, and I'm trying to think about it, and there was a kid there at the time too. So he's up there with his parents. They're having their thing. He's eating a pretzel or whatever the hell, and then beside the glass, and like this bird flew into it, like broke its neck and died. And then they had to get rid of the body. But I'm trying to think about it though. The Rainforest Cafe is right past the brewing company. So this bird's probably like, honey, I'm home. Like flying into this volcano and just breaks his neck and dies. One extreme or the other. I was dying about it. Like, and then she's like, the kids were there. I'm like vacation ruined. Eating a pretzel, like, oh, there's a rainforest. Oh, this is so magical and cool, and we can see the falls. And this bird's like, like,
yeah, it's like
tactical nuke incoming.
It's exactly. And I laughed and about it, and she did not, because she was very serious about it. She was very like sad about this bird dying. So it was hilarious. I used to like. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, not the bird dying.
No, but it's a bird.
Circumstance, just like the scenario.
Yeah,
which
the situation.
That probably happened.
It's not the bird. It's the situation.
Like, yeah. Honey, I'm home. Why is the glass so clean?
Oh shit, man. That's funny
birds.
stuff. Yeah, man. I mean, oh God. It's kind of funny how, like, if you clean a window to a degree that it's so clear that a bird's just going to fly right through it, or not even through it, just right into it.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen, it's funny because like when at my old house, when I used to live with my parents, my mom would clean the shit out of our patio sliding door, to the point where like it's It was so clean. But like, I just feel like she shouldn't have done that because there were many pigeons or doves or whatever the hell just crashing into that thing. Like some of them would get up and survive, others would not. And it's
Others would
not
cease to live.
Yeah. They would be in a lot of trouble. But it's I don't know. I think I mean, I guess if it's so clear, then they don't know that anything's there, so they just fly right into it. But it's like, yeah, my God, stupid ass bird.
There's been.
Wouldn't you just tell the bird to do this?
Do a barrel roll.
Yeah, next time.
Do a barrel roll.
I crushed a bird with my car.
Like you drove into it?
Yeah, like
Ooh.
a week ago,
Ooh.
and then a week prior to that, it happened again.
Wow.
And I'm not, but anyone who knows me is like, I'm not a pedal to the metal type of person. I drive the speed limit or over it a little bit, but I'm not speeding and I'm not going too slow. So whatever. I'm driving and I don't understand what it is. It's like, I feel like Seinfeld where George, he's like, we had a deal with the birds and they never move. And he keeps running over all these birds.
We had a deal. We had a deal.
I don't, but it's like they're not in the way, and I'm driving, and they just decide to not move and die. It's like I'm like just standing off to the side of the road, like by a tree, and they see me coming, and like fly into it. It happened twice in 2 weeks, and like, and everyone around like driving and walking on the streets always seem to hear it and like look at me like I did it on purpose. I'm always like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Yeah, literally nothing.
I don't
know what you would have done.
No, me either.
I mean,
There's nothing. It is what it is. But it's like always. It's well, not to get too graphic, but I mean, you hit these birds, and then like you look in the rearview mirror, it's like just like flying behind you. Like,
yep.
I don't know. Poor birds.
Man,
but
it's just, well, but
out.
I mean, yeah, watch out. Poor birds, but I mean, watch out.
Yeah,
man. I can't say that I ran into. Actually, you know what? Maybe I. The funny thing is that sometimes you run into those kinds of things and you don't even notice. You know, depending on how fast you're going and the size of the bird, I suppose. But I mean, I've never really had any kind of incident with my car running into anything or anything like that. But yeah, you feel bad. You feel for the bird, but as you say, the fuck, watch out, man! Like fuck, trying to drive here.
Yeah. Like, and there's a lot of cars in a line. Like, there's tons of shit coming this direction. Why they decide like, I'll make it past this guy,
and then right into the car.
Yeah, so killing birds, it's not great. But that's about it. Like, I mean, still waiting on phase 3. So that's what phase I'll be in. Let's hope. I don't know.
Can I please just discuss with you my sheer excitement for sports in the next 2 weeks? Like, I can't even tell you, the Jays are going to be starting their games 2 weeks from now. I am very excited about that. I'm also very excited about the basketball, like the NBA and NHL coming back in the beginning of August. Dude, if there's anything that brings my life back to normalcy or normality, or whatever the fuck the word is, is professional sports returning. Not just simply, obviously, for my job, but not just for my job, but for other things that I enjoy. Because I enjoy sports. I enjoy live sports. I enjoy watching sports. I enjoy following sports. And all of those things were taken away in March. So for that stuff to come back, I am very, very excited. I follow all of those leagues on social media. I follow all of my favorite teams on social media. Just itching to get back into it. So
Yeah, I'm
super
excited too. Give me something to do. My goodness. I really miss sports too.
Yeah, I was so just like honestly, man, I'm sitting on Twitter and I follow the Blue Jays on Twitter, and they're sending out like hype videos of them warming up at the Rogers Center, just training, just throwing the ball and doing batting practice and pitching, and I'm like, wow, this is boring actually, but this could potentially mean that they're going to be playing games in a week and a half to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that is extremely exciting for me. And they're playing, pretty sure they're playing 2 inter-squad games, as practice next week. And apparently they're going to be on TV. I think it's going to be hilarious, the ratings that are going to be gotten to watch 2 inter-squad games. It's like people are probably
you'd be surprised.
That's what I'm saying. People are so. That's what I'm like. The ratings are going to be high when they really shouldn't, because they're just inter-squad games. Like, you know what I mean? But people are so. I feel like people like me, people like you, are so starved for live sports. They're like, I will take anything at this point. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it, as I've repeated over and over again. But yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Jacked up.
Me too. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Oh my God. That felt good. That felt nice.
I think my internet or something just got weird because the quality just went down.
Really?
Oh, it's back to normal. Weird. It's on Wi-Fi. So.
Yeah. This is my brain when live sports come on. Yeah. Or maybe this one.
And his name is John C.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just.
Yeah, give me something to do. I need sports big time. Mind you, I only watch hockey. I don't really give a shit about
to finish this. But to finish it off, though, speaking of the Leafs, did you hear that? Do you know? I think it's Nick Robertson. Do you know the one guy from the OHL who's really good, scored 50 goals, in back-to-back seasons? Apparently, he's going to be joining the squad. Right? Did you hear about that?
Oh, I didn't know. No,
yeah, so he's going to be playing, and a lot of scouts have said that he is a NHL ready talent, and he's going to be joining the club to play against Columbus, which is pretty cool. I thought
it's interesting because some secret weapon.
Totally.
Well, not that secret, but I mean, you don't know what to expect with this kid, right? And I mean, you got enough offensive problems to worry about when you're facing the Leafs as it is.
I always feel like young kids always come in and they feel like they got something to prove, and if that's your mindset coming in, that's sweet.
And that's no slouch. 50 goal seasons back in.
No, not in the OHL. It's no slouch. Yeah,
too.
Yeah, Marner was one of those guys, I think. But I mean, look at Marner. Look how good Marner is, right? So, I mean, if you could even get to the point where Marner is points wise, geez, another guy. No, I know we're not. No, we're not.
we're gonna have to give him up, for sure. But
probably,
I mean, man.
But that's. We're a long way from that situation, so we'll hang on to him for now until his entry level contract ends, and then we'll move on from something else. But it's still cool to see.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, get him in there and let's do some damage for a change in the playoffs.
Dude,
and then
what are we gonna put him in the third? Put him in the third line?
That's what I mean.
You kidding me? That's crazy.
If it does well, be worth a lot of money, and then we can flip him for a defenseman and.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Because we just got to work on that back end, I think. But for the most part.
Listen to you. Listen, typical Leafs fan. Already talking about flipping them for someone else. He hasn't even played a single game for the Leafs
I don't want to. But if you like what you're saying, the points and shit, I mean, we won't be able to keep him.
I know.
Which sucks. It's like, we've never had that problem as a Leafs.
I know we have too.
Oh man,
talent.
I hope he's not too talented.
We have too much talent now, which is
Like,
it's a good thing. It's a good thing to have, but of course we have too much offensive talent, as you say, and not enough defensive talent. So, but I mean, there are some younger defensemen that are coming up in the minor leagues, and we're just waiting for that to happen. So, so who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
Oh,
watch yourself.
Smoke.
Anyway, I mean, you're packing up. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. See, I'm out of here.
Just shut the thing off. All right, I'm done.
I've been doing this music shit all day. My head's about to explode.
Yeah. Well, it's 9:00. We'll wrap it up. Yeah, that's it. That's it for us. We're done. Thanks everyone for tuning into the podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, if you like the content, hit subscribe, hit that bell, smash that like button. We'd love to see that. So yeah, thanks everyone for listening, and we will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.